Hello beautiful bookish people, my name is Hannah and today we're reading some horror! What? With a twist. Yep, that's me. That's right. So today I thought it would be fun to look up the most haunted places in my general area and read The Haunting of Hill House. I have already started it. I know, I'm sorry. But I was enjoying it so much that I wanted to do this video about it. So basically, what has happened right now, if you want to get caught up, this girl named Eleanor does not get along with her sister. And kind of gets asked to participate in this experiment. I'm not sure exactly what's going on right now, to Hill House. There's this professor who's been constantly looking for supernatural activity, and he seems like he finds it in Hill House, and he asks Eleanor to come. And that's where we're at. But I am having a really good time, and I just want to document it, possibly in haunted places in Texas. So the first one that I looked up that's kind of near to me is the Fort Worth Zoo. Don't laugh! And let me read you the story, okay? Apparently Six Flags is haunted too, according to this list, and I don't doubt that. I started reading the story, but I think we need like scary music. Okay, are you ready? And go. There are two separate ghosts here. One is believed to be the former elephant trainer that sadly met his tragic death in 1987 when he attempted to move a bull to another pen. Since his death almost 30 years ago, many have seen a ghost of a man walking near the elephant and zebra area of the zoo, just as the elephant trainer used to do as he made the rounds. Oh my gosh, two destinations, elephants and zoo cafe. Okay, here we go.
Baby, keep on dancing like you ain't got a choice. So come on, let's get physical. You want me, I want you, baby.
Alright guys, we have officially made it, and I have been possessed by the bathroom ghost because I have to pee so desperately. We're here, we are gonna look for the elephants and the cafe as well as the restroom because that was a 50-minute drive. But you know what? If we see elephants, if we see an semblance of a ghost and penguins, that's personal. I just want to see the penguins. It's gonna be worth it, okay guys? So here we go. Oh my gosh, I didn't even have a map and I located the elephants. Let's go.
Oh. Wow.
Okay guys, so I do have some scoop. I found the elephants and I started to ask around. Look at me guys, I'm going out of my box, I'm talking to strangers, I'm going outside in the reading world. Oh my gosh, people are coming, I have to go. Okay, now everybody's gone. I like how I was like, oh, I'm getting braver for you guys. As soon as somebody enters my little quiet area where I can read, I'm like, I have to go. I hate vlogging in public, I hope you guys know that. I really do. But I started asking around and I was like, hey, I heard this place is haunted, and the guy's like, no, I've never heard that. Oh my gosh, there's more people. So I go ahead and tell him the story and he's like, I've never heard of that. And so we just continue talking. I'm just asking him why he likes elephants, why they're throwing dirt on his back, all that stuff. We're being charismatic is what I'm getting at. And so he's finally like, yeah, we used to have like free contact with the elephants until like one of the trainers died, and I was like, sounds like what the ghost story is about. So I'm just gonna stick by the elephants. I believe in the story now. I'm getting confirmation, and now we're just gonna read Shirley Jackson by Asian Elephants. Alright, I'm back and hot and sweaty, and I would give that experience, as far as ghosts go, 0 out of 10. I read 2 chapters and we didn't feel any cool breeze, we didn't feel any prickling on the neck or anything. But I believe part of it might have been my anxiety and vlogging in public, but to make a long story short, I did talk to like 3 people about ghost stories. And it turns out if you're like, hey, I have a weird question, and you ask them about ghosts, 9 times out of 10, they're willing to talk to you. All right, we're home. All right, we are home. We have showered. We have bathed and gotten the sweat off of the back, and I feel like I can now give you a little update on Shirley Jackson. As said prior, we read 2 chapters at the zoo, encountered no ghosts, and from what I can remember, hey buddy, sorry, we're dog sitting, this is not a new dog. But what I can remember from the 2 chapters that I read, the most important thing that sticks out in my head is I think Eleanor is having like disassociation moments, and honestly that is so fascinating to me. So essentially this doctor has gathered Eleanor, Theo, not wearing gloves, I'm a little disappointed, and the doctor who wants to use Eleanor and Theo to kind of get things moving because they both had like supernatural encounters. So he thinks if I don't tell them anything about Hill House, their like presence will bring a new element to his experiment, essentially. So we get there and the Dudleys are there, and you want to come back? Aww. Hi buddy. So there's like these really cool scenes that like Eleanor seems to be disassociating with herself, because she has these moments of being like, I'm Eleanor, I like red shoes, like re-engaging with herself. I'm going to wake up in the morning, and you combine that with this like haunted house, and it's like, I don't know what's real, but I think those scenes, hi buddy, are really good. And like after 45-minute drive and a shower, those are the scenes that are sticking out to me, like this unease in Eleanor. And it's like very clear that Shirley Jackson is like using this house to like have a conversation about mental health, have a conversation about disassociation, also with other people as well as Eleanor, which is like really interesting. Is there nothing better than a haunted house? All right, today is a new day, day 2 of trying to get spooked by reading Shirley Jackson in odd environments. Whoa! But I thought I would take you to the place that has always given me the spooks and the hibbity-jibbity, the goosebumps and what else have you, etc. And I want to take you to the underground of my local community college. When I was taking a creative writing class, my professor told us about this area and said, you didn't hear it from me, but obviously me and a couple friends went down there, and it's like eerie. It's got like these flickering lights, and I think what is going to make it a spooky ooky time is because I know I'm probably not supposed to be there, but no one's told me to ever leave. So we're just gonna see if I can and not get kicked out. Okay, are you ready? Okay guys, it's this elevator, and I'm gonna show you what it does, okay? Instead of pressing the first level, you're gonna hit this button. It's called the bowels. Are you ready? Creepy, right? It's very much like Single White Female, the end of that movie, if that's putting it into perspective.
Come on. Ellie?
It's like the storage unit, but like lights flicker. This is where you're supposed to go if a tornado happens. So this is the vibe. This is where we're reading at least 1 chapter of Hill House, okay? I've never been here by myself, and like already I'm feeling like chills. But I found a chair, so we're just gonna start reading and hope for the best. literally down here and it's freaking me out. I can hear footsteps. I can hear like voices. And like it's 100% adding to the mood. But I have to leave. Like I have to leave this area before I can like fully update you guys. Okay, bye-bye. I didn't get killed, yay. Okay, I'm in some, random classroom that I found, but a chapter 4 was basically like, why am I so nervous? I hate getting in trouble. Why did I do this? It was basically us finding out about the house. It was modeled like Winchester, which is an amazing haunted house in California. The dimensions don't make sense, so that's why people are so uneasy in Hill House, because the designer who made the house was not an architect and just designed it how he thought it should look. So like stairs are slanted, and then like things are getting cold, and like when I was reading it, I read chapter 4 all down there by myself, so thank you, pats on the back for me, good job Hannah. I never thought like ghosts or anything were like down there, but like the contained environment made the reading experience so scary. In the book there's like mentions of footsteps, and I kept being paranoid that I was hearing footsteps, and like granted, and I think it did help amp up the plot of Hill House. The environment helped enhance what I was reading, because like I was scared too. Today I want to take you to like one of my favorite places to like look around and explore, which is like this cool abandoned mall by the college. So in a hot second I will take you there. All right, here's the mall, guys. It's actually really windy, so I don't know if you can hear me, but look how creepy that is. That was a thumbnail. Abandoned mall. So here it is. Whoa. You see like all these stores are just empty, and there's this weird ambient noise that's always everywhere. What's wild is this used to be a bookstore, and fun fact, that's where I bought Amy and Roger. Whoa. Isn't it wild? Like abandoned buildings, and like the weird thing is like I used to remember when it was populated, which is an experience I don't think I should have had till I was 70. Which, fun fact, the only ever time I've been like spooked is at this gold and silver things shop. Hold on, I'll show you. Hello, focus. It was this building, and there used to be like signs on the floor, and I was showing my friend like the abandoned, hold on, area of the mall, and there used to be like signs right here, and we left, and when we came back, they were rearranged, and nobody was there, and it said goner, and I was like, we have to leave, because like that is spooky. We're gonna read 2 chapters here. Experience the vibe, experience America decaying, and all that fun stuff. So let me just find a spot. Okay, so I have officially finished chapters 5 and 6, and I'm not gonna lie, like it was so much easier to read here, but the like sensation that I got at my community college was so much more anxiety, which helped amplify obviously what I was reading. But here it's just like more subtle, like you can still hear the road, you can hear this like weird ambient noise of like a system, like a fire alarm that probably needs to be checked, and that's why it's beeping so much. So it has like the same energy, but like I psychologically know I'm allowed to be here. So vibes, good. What had happened is we're kind of like trying to rationalize, was this a dream? Is this the house? I swear, if this is just like one giant metaphor, I'm gonna scream and flip the book, because like I'm having such a good time. I think the writing's amazing. I think Shirley Jackson is hinting at these like mental health issues and like this deassociation, because like they're not able to remember our childhood super well. That there was like this one line where she says like basically, who knows, Eleanor, maybe you made us all up in your head. And I swear, if that is the conclusion, I am going to be mad. Because horror essentially tries to analyze, it tries to answer the big questions. Like, why are people fearful? What are people afraid of? Oh, it says like, I think we are all only afraid of ourselves. I am afraid I no longer exist in any relation to these things. I suppose because things are not afraid. And so that's the like beauty of horror, is it seeks to analyze the big questions about like humanity through the lens of fear. And like this book is doing it. And I'm like, yes, give it to me. But I swear if it's all one giant metaphor about mommy issues and like nothing exists, I am gonna be mad. Hello and welcome to the third day of getting spooky ooky kooky in Texas. Today I thought we would go to Arlington because apparently the music hall has a ghost. So the goal is finish Hill House with no ghost, but see if it amplifies the experiment. That is the experiment, okay guys? Okay.
You kept it true to my spot. You know.
Alright folks, here she is, looking pretty and not at all spooky, so I'm happy. Can you see me? Maybe not. I am in the shade. I guess we could move. But I do want to tell you, I finished Hill House. Whoa, yay! Da, 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 da. As far as the Arlington Music Hall goes, it was spooky ooky, but not kooky. There's definitely an ambient noise, but I think your rationale definitely can chalk it up to the ice machine or something. But as far as the book goes, I actually really enjoyed it. There's a way that Shirley Jackson writes that kind of plants an idea in your head. It's very much like it's very dependent on vibes, and like there are a good solid periods of like waiting and in silence. This was the first time I felt in a book that same tension of like waiting for something horrific to happen. This is the type of horror that is going to be oblivious. It's not going to explain itself, so it does let you decide and kind of interpret what you want into the narrative. For me, I think the main thing I got out of it was how the house and Eleanor kind of are foils for each other. So there's this idea that like the house is missing something, the house is missing like this heart, there are pieces that are missing, right? It's not constructed well, things are falling apart, and it's really, I think, a foil for Eleanor, because the house is seemingly only communicating with her, like this broken human with clear mommy issues. And like, but to be fair, that is what I love about the horror genre, using horror as a tool to dig deeper on like these big questions about humanity. And the haunted house is such a good vessel for that, you know what I mean? Oh, it's so good. But to conclude, these like horror tropes are not going to explain itself, so you are gonna have to put your own little nuances into it. So if that's not your gig, maybe not, but if that's your gig, can we be friends? Because I love that stuff. But that kind of concludes this video, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Keep reading and all that jazz. Oh, I messed up. And so, so sorry. Right, Charlie? I love you. You're so cute. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Oh, that's why it's called Hill House, is because there's a bunch of hills around it. And instead of putting it on top, they put it at the bottom so no one could see it. Mysterious! Whoa!